Hey y'all, it is 3:15 in the afternoon on Wednesday afternoon, and I don't even know who's going to be on here, but I wanted to go ahead and do this because I was prepping this meal and I thought this is too good not to share. All right, now I got this from my daughter Leah. She had it cooked for me this weekend when I got to Athens, and I'm going to tell you, I ate 2 meals, well, actually 2.5 meals out of it. And I didn't begrudge it. I could have eaten it again. It was so delicious. So I'm going to show it to you. If you want the recipe and you're not on my email list, then you'll need to give me your email. Hey Wilma. Hey Dolores. All right, this is awesome. Okay, so let me tell you what I started with. Well, first of all, I started baking this spaghetti squash. So I baked it in the oven. I cut it in rings. You see how you cut it in rings like that? That makes it cook faster. I cut it in rings, and I think I had it on 25 minutes. I had it on convection, but if you don't have a convection, it's fine. It'll cook on regular. You might need to cook it. And I just cook it until I start seeing the rind, the shell kind of wrinkling up, and I know it's ready then. I just spray the pan with some avocado oil and lay the rings down on the pan. And when it's done, I take it out, and let me just show you what I do. I just run the knife here and just peel it off, okay? So sometimes it just peels right quick off, and then other times it takes a little more time. But pretty much peeling it like an apple. And oh my gosh, this is one of the most, I just love this vegetable. It takes the place of pasta for us. It is a starchy vegetable, so if you're trying to get into ketosis or stay into ketosis, you know, you couldn't eat your bait of it, as my grandma used to say, but you could enjoy it, especially instead of pasta. So that was a small one, but look how much it made, all right? So now I'm just going to chop it up. I did put some salt on it. You could put some butter on it if you're just going to eat it just like this, but I'm going to mix it up in a dish. So I want it to be a little bit, I don't want it to be mushy, but I don't want it to be stringy because I'm going to stir it up in this dish. Okay, now what you see in here is a bag of kale. Listen now, write this down if you want it. Okay, an onion, a whole onion that I sauteed in some butter. So I put about a half a stick, which is about 4 ounces of Kerrygold butter. I put the whole onion. I put about 5 garlic cloves. I like a lot of garlic. And I just sauteed that, okay? You don't want to let it turn brown because it'll change the color of your dish. And then in a separate pan, so I did it in this. In a separate pan, I did my greens. And the reason is I love this pan. It's squatty. I can put a whole bag of kale in there. So I put some avocado oil in there, let it get hot, put the greens over in there. And then I just took my tongs like this, and I just flipped it. Okay, I just kept flipping it until it wilted. I turned it down really low and put the lid on and let it cook tender. And this bag of kale, it had a few stalks, but honestly, I've gotten to where I just ignore the stalks. I actually like the stalks if there's not too many. And so that's what's in here is a bag of kale. All right, and then, of course, a red pepper. I put the red pepper in last because it really just needs to wilt. I don't want it to cook a long time because I don't want it to lose its nutrients. All right, so that's what's in there. And, of course, some salt and pepper. And, yeah, so that's it. All right, now, what I'm about to do is mix this up. So I'm taking this to my Bible study tonight, and they like shrimp, all right? So I'm going to mix up 1 bowl with shrimp and 1 bowl with sausage. My husband doesn't eat shrimp, so I'm going to make him a dish. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take about half of this. I'm just going to lift this up like that. And I guess I could, well, heck, I could just go ahead and make the whole thing since I'm not going to be putting the meat in it. All right. Here's how I do things. I don't know about y'all, but I like to get it all out. So I just use my fingers as a little scraper. And there we go. All right, so I'm going to sit this back to the back. All right. So there you go. I don't know why I didn't put it all in there to start with, but I wanted to show you how I sauteed that. And then I'm going to take about, I'm not going to put all of this in there just because I don't want it to have too much of the squash. So probably what I'll do, because I don't want to waste the squash, is make another batch of this, okay? All right, so you see, I'm just mixing this up. You could put mushrooms. You could put green peppers if you like that. I don't particularly like the taste of the green pepper. Oops, I saw a little bit of peeling from the squash right there. Sometimes I get in a hurry and don't get it all out, but honestly, if you bite down on it, it really, all right, so I need to squish this a little bit more, and I think I need a spoon instead of, so look at that, isn't that pretty? So it's green and red and yellow. Honestly, it's a beautiful dish. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do now. Over here, I have a cup of Italian cheeses. It's got Assaggio, mozzarella, I'm not sure, but it's 3 cheeses, all right? And then I put about a half of a cup of Parmesan. My daughter puts just Parmesan, but Parmesan has a little bit of a strong taste to me, so I'm gonna go with my recipe, okay? And I'm just gonna stir this up. You know, I like to use 2 hands. So here we go. Now I am gonna heat this back up before I, you know, take it over. And then I'm gonna add to that, and you wouldn't have to add this, but I love it, so maybe I should measure. I'm gonna add a half of a cup of heavy whipping cream. And that just makes it delicious, as far as I'm concerned. All right, and I'm gonna take my spoon again. And you know what? I probably could even add a little more. I think I will. I think I'll add about a 1/4 more cup. There we go. So 3/4 cup of whipping cream, I think will do it. Now, because I salted everything, I won't have to put any more salt. You could put paprika. You know, there's a lot of things you could add. All right, so here we go. Here's what I'm gonna do. Just because I got my low battery light coming on here. Let me pop that out of the way and see who else here. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, I'm not sure. I can't see who it is. All right, so here we go. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna spoon this out. Leah, if you're watching, if I forgot anything, let me know. Okay, I'm gonna spoon this into the bowl, and then for Jane, and I could put his sausage in there and stir it all up. Honestly, I probably would do that, but I'm just gonna put the sausage over the top. That's about 6 ounces for him. 6 to 7 ounces is a good serving of meat. For me, I wouldn't have that much. And then I'm just gonna take some fresh Parmesan and sprinkle it over the top. So there you go. That's a man's meal right there. Probably have a salad on the side. Okay, so for the shrimp, here we go. I'm going to spoon this in, and again, you could mix the shrimp up in it. That for a woman is plenty because it's got it's got a lot of butter, it's got the heavy whipping cream, and then I've got these delicious shrimp. Now let me tell you how I did the shrimp. You probably know how to do this, but I know some of y'all that join me are new in the kitchen, and you know, I taught myself how to do this. Nobody sat down and said, this is how you do shrimp. Okay, so I bought these shrimp at Trader Joe's. You can buy them anywhere. These are wild-caught Argentinian shrimp. They're uncooked, and so I let them thaw, and then I opened the package, poured them out, and put them on a paper towel and dabbed off the water, okay, because I didn't want them to have water in it. And then in this same pan, I reused my pan. I put a half a stick of butter and about 8 garlic cloves that I smashed, okay? I didn't, what is that? Oh, okay, here comes my husband in. And okay, so I didn't let it brown, but I did toss those shrimp in that butter with the garlic, okay? But actually, I kind of tipped my pan to the side, and I let the garlic cook in that butter a little bit because I wanted that butter to be garlic flavored. And then I dumped the shrimp over in there, and I let them lay on one side for a minute. I actually set my timer because I was afraid I'd forget. And then I hand turned them over, and they are perfect. I mean, they are perfectly cooked. And so what's going to happen, you know, these are big shrimp, so about 6 of those is enough. And then I would sprinkle the Parmesan on the top. You could sprinkle dill, whatever. All right, so look at that. Those are two delicious meals. I've already tasted it, so I don't have to. But I'm excited to take this over to my friend Michelle's house and share this with my Connect group tonight. I hope you'll get in the kitchen and cook. Okay, so I want to share, I wanted to show you this. I do buy this cheese and grate this cheese. This is sharp cheddar. I buy Parmesan and grate that just because I want it to be fresh and I want it to be grass-fed beef where I get the milk, you know, that makes the cheese from the cow or the goat or the sheep or whatever it is. Okay, so I just want to encourage you in that. All right, so I wanted to share something I heard today just as I'm wrapping up here. I was listening to a new guy that I've never listened to him before, but I bought a Bible that is actually a commentary that he had edited, and it was very, very interesting. And one of the videos I found on his Facebook page was it was talking about values and how your value is the most important thing you have. And I just thought, you know, what is he really talking about there? And he said, well, you know, you love your dog, and if you love your dog, then you value animals, and you're going to treat your dog with respect. The same thing with your family. You can say you love your family, but if you don't have family values, then you're not going to spend time with your family. You're not going to make the sacrifices to be with your family. Now, I get it. There's some family drama. There's some things, you know, that you can't help, all right? But most of the time, what I find is it's an excuse I use. Well, they're busy, I'm busy, we're busy. But, you know, so I would encourage you, what is the little bit of effort you could take that would say to your family, I value you? Not just I love you, but I value you. One of the things I read, it's been 2 or 3 years ago, it says it's the things you do with people that show you love them, not what you do for people. And so, yeah, I could cook supper and take it over to the small group tonight and say, okay, girls, I'm busy, I'm going to leave y'all. But that's not valuing them. I want to value them because I love them, and they've supported me through some of my hardest times, and I want to be there for them too. So I hope this encourages you to just stop and think about how could you show your value, all right? I'm excited. My husband's home. I want to go visit with him. He's home 3 hours early, but that's good, and he's probably going to be ready to eat, so I'm glad I got it ready. So we'll see you soon. I hope you'll get in the kitchen and cook so you can have some healthy. This is a totally healthy meal. Oh my gosh, it's got your leafy greens, your vitamin Bs, your vitamin C. It's got, yeah, it's just got so much goodness, all right? And fats, good, your good healthy fats. All right, so talk to you soon. Have a great night.